Hey guys, it is RidlyGT here with another hero guide. Now, Kael has come out about 4 hours ago. I have done nothing but play Kael, check out his talents, try a bunch of different builds to see what works, and I think that we've actually settled on something, so let's get right into his abilities. Kael's first ability is Flame Strike. Now, anywhere in this massive AoE, after a super short amount of time, it shoots up a pillar of flame. It does damage to everyone inside of it. Kael's second ability is called Living Bomb. You're going to throw this on someone, and after a short duration, it's going to explode in a small AoE around the target. His third ability is called Gravity Lapse. It's going to throw a tornado in whatever direction that you choose, and it's going to stun the target for a second and a half. Now on for his heroic abilities. The first heroic ability is called Phoenix. Now this is going to shoot a Phoenix in the direction. It's going to damage enemies along the way, and then it's going to prioritize heroes and auto-attack for 7 seconds at the target location. His second ability is called Pyroblast. Now this spell is absolutely awesome. After a 2-second channel duration, you hurl a giant ball of fire towards an enemy, doing a colossal amount of damage. Kael has a very unique trait. It is called Verdant Spheres. Currently hotkey to D for me. Now what it's going to do is it's going to empower all of your basic abilities. For Flame Strike, it's going to increase the radius and do a bit of extra damage. For your Living Bomb, it's going to make the ability cost no mana and have no cooldown, so you're going to be able to use it a second time. Your third one is for Gravity Lapse. Now this is going to cause it to stun the first 3 enemies that you hit instead of just 1. Now with this Verdant Sphere modifier, it's going to allow Kael to be incredibly flexible with how he gets played. If your team is lacking a siege damage hero, if he is lacking a hero killer, you can build him in different ways with equal amount of effectiveness. I mean, this is the impression that I've gotten after about 4 hours of playing him. He can really be built a whole bunch of different ways. Now the big overlying thing with this is that he is incredibly squishy. He is a super soft hero, which means that he can't really take a whole lot of hits, so positioning is absolute king with him. We've designed a talent build to help augment his survivability a tiny bit, but at the end of the day, staying as far away from the team fight as possible is going to be the best bet for you. Now we've designed this guide around newer players or someone that hasn't played Kael, which should be pretty much everyone. We think this is a fantastic base to be able to get going. So for tier 1, we're going to recommend that you pick up Mana Addict. Now what this is going to do is going to stack with a talent much further down the line. But Kael has huge amount of mana problems, much like Jaina. This will help alleviate those problems. Now at tier 4, we have 2 standard talents in Gathering Power and Envenom. Both definitely have their place. For how squishy Kael is, however, I don't think that Gathering Power is as good unless you're an exceptionally good player, so I recommend picking up Nether Winds. Now, this is going to increase the range on your Gravity Lapse and the speed, so it's going to hit a tiny bit faster. It'll be a bit easier to hit, which will be much better for newer players. Now at tier 7, I think this really comes down to 2 choices. Now your sphere enhancements, it can be really good. On paper it's good, but the way that we've built this is around Living Bomb. So we're going to be picking up Fission Bomb. It's going to increase Living Bomb explosion damage by about 75%. This is going to help do a ton more damage, and you're not really going to notice the lack of the Sunfire enchantment. Now for his heroic abilities, now Phoenix can be really good, maybe on Sky Temple or Haunted Mines, but hands down, it is not nearly as good as Pyroblast. As soon as you cast Pyroblast, you cannot stop it. It goes through walls, it goes through heroes, unlike Nova's Triple Tap. This thing is awesome. Pick it up every single game. Now at tier 13, I think the Pyromaniac can work. It hasn't really been figured out quite yet. Flamethrower, the increased range also helps immensely for being able to land those flamethrowers, but I am hands down recommending Chain Bomb. Now what this is going to let you do is that your explosion from Living Bomb is going to spread it to anyone that it hits. This is incredible for sieging, clearing waves, and team fights. Now, tier 16 is really where you get all of your survivability. Then you're going to pick up Arcane Barrier here. This is going to pair with Mana Addict incredibly well. It's going to give you a shield for 3 seconds based off of your maximum mana. So at level 16, you're looking at somewhere between 1,800 and 2,000 extra health for 3 seconds on demand when you need it. And then at level 20, although Arcane Power, you want to use it. You want everything to hit that much harder. You're going to have to go with Bolt of the Storm. You need the mobility, you need to be able to escape situations, and this is hands down the best level 20 talent for Kael for any pub game. My name is RidlyGT, guys, from Drunken Rhino Gaming. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to check out our channel and subscribe.